Wagwan everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Peter and today's video is just playing around with trying out some new products from my Sephora VIB sale. I will be trying out the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. That is this, and this is in the shade 50N. I will be trying out the Sephora translucent powder, and I will also be trying out the Sephora Microsmooth multitasking powder, and this is in the shade Toffee. Last but not least, I will be trying out Patrick Ta's blush, and this is in the shade Do We Know Her. I will also be trying out this powder puff because I want to be able to try and see if it's gonna smooth out my under eyes, and so I'm excited for today's video. Before we get into it, I have already primed my face and primed my under eye, and I also did my eye look with the new Juvia's Place Culture palette. You can see the review on that if you want to see how I created this look. I will have the link in the descriptions below so you could look out for that. Let us get into today's makeup. This is M446 brush by Morphe. So we're going to use this foundation buffer brush and shaking. This is a medium buildable coverage for the look of naturally perfected skin. All right, let's try it out. Let's get it up. Okay, it must be really thick. It's certainly not coming out. It's just spitting it out. Yes, it is thick. Look at that. Well, it should provide me with some coverage. Look at that. It's not even dripping. This is definitely neutral. All right. Okay. So far, this looks like a good match. I wouldn't normally choose a neutral foundation, but I feel like sometimes I can get away with it. But this color definitely seems like it could work. All right. So I'm seeing it definitely looks like skin. I'm seeing a little bit of my dark spot coming through right here. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more, see if I can build up that coverage. And I'm definitely trying to just stipple that in. Stipple in terms of push it into my skin instead of sliding it like some people slide. I always just feel like, oh my God, they're hurting their skin when they're sliding it like that. But for me, I don't know if that will have a lasting impact. So I will go with the extra work of stippling it. All right, see if I can blend in that concealer. So far, I'm liking the texture of it. I like the fact that it's not runny. So I like the fact that this is definitely spreadable. Trying not to get too much of my edges colored. But I'm definitely loving this this color. I'm loving the consistency. It's definitely glowy, and glowy in a good way. It makes my skin look healthy. Just gonna put a little bit. I was not expecting this for this store brand. I mean, the cost of it was like $16, and it is definitely delivering. I feel like I could leave it just like this and just go about my day. I don't even feel like I need to do the whole hoopla, you know? I just feel like I'm good and I'm done. Wow. This is definitely a good foundation. I am blown away. Because normally, I mean, you pay for what you get, you know? So a foundation that costs $16, I was not expecting that. Since I'm using a neutral shade, I'm gonna use a neutral concealer. So I'm gonna use the color Amande, this NARS concealer, and I'm gonna add a little bit of walnut to just brighten certain areas. So then I'm gonna take this damp Beautyblender. I think this is Jaclyn Hill Beautyblender, Jaclyn Hill by Morphe. So now I'm going to take my Sephora setting powder, and I'm gonna take my Beautyblender. This side is for daubing, like blotting, and this side is for applying the powder. So I am just dipping it in. Let me show you that. And then I'm gonna just, oh, it's literally sticking on there. It's not even, look. I'm trying to get it off. It's not really going away. All right, let's work with it. Let's see. I hope this is not going to be too much. Okay. So I'm seeing it's dry. Maybe that's just how my eyes are. I don't know, but it definitely is smooth. I can say that for sure. But I'm seeing like wrinkles right there. So it's creating texture. So I'm not sure if, and I did prime my under eyes. So I'm just gonna try not to push the powder in too much and compare. So maybe I put too much powder in at first. I'll just lightly put it there. But I think that I put too much powder under my eyes at that point. And that's what happened. Look at that, those wrinkles. Made me look like a grandma. But I am getting old too. So I'm going to use the baking powder. This is the Filter Effect number 4. And I am going to apply that brightness under my eye. Boo. Anyway, look at those wrinkles. Oh my Lord. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. We are going to move on. I'm going to be using this SoftSculpt bronzer by Makeup by Mario, and this is in the shade Dark. This is it. Take my bronzing brush. I'm just going to tap off the excess. And I am putting it right at my imaginary line that I created in my head. And trying to make sure that this is going to be going upwards and not downwards. So I'm stippling in an upward motion. I think Makeup by Mario really does some good products. And I mean, if he came out with a foundation, I would definitely buy it. All right, I'm going to get to bronzing my nose, and I'm just going to take some of that same powder. And I'm just going to create that bronzy look. Bring it into the eyebrow. So now I'm going to use the Morphe Filter Effects powder, and this is in the shade Filter 10, and I'm just gonna create that fix up my jawbone area and my cheekbone too, to kind of have that looking more pronounced. And take it from the ear, right from the ear, at the top of the ear, bring it all the way down towards your mouth. So I'm going to use the Go for Gold highlighter. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of that and put just in the brow bone. Let's add some of that highlight too. That's what it looks like. Just gonna take a brush and brush that off. Now we're gonna try the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush by Patrick Ta in the shade Do We Know Her. This has gotten so much good reviews. All right, so this is the powder and this is the cream. The cream is covered by a glass. I'm gonna try the brush in the cream. Let's see. It's not really doing much. Oh, there we go. And this may cause the makeup to actually come off, I'm thinking. Most people use a beauty blender, but I just wanted to see what I would get. And so far it's nice. Look at that. All right, let's try the other side. Okay. And they said to put it on the tip of your cheek, on the apples of your cheek, but I mean, hey, I want to see how it's gonna work for me and how I'm gonna use it. So now I'm gonna set it with the powder. This is definitely popping. How this blush was designed to be used was for you to put the blush on, the blush powder on first, and then you finish it with the cream. But I'll try that another time. And so what I'm doing now, I want to get some of that blush under my eye to kind of tie everything together. Just the powder part, just trying to blend out some of the edges. Trying to hope that it's not gonna take off the powder, but this is an option to let you guys know too if stippling it too much is gonna take off the powder or not. So far I'm not having any issues. It's a beautiful color. Definitely did not know that from just seeing this right there that I was gonna get this really awesome effect. I think this is gonna be my favorite blush now. All right, and let's just put some on the nose. All right, I think the reason why they wanted you to put it on the apples of your cheek is to kind of like bring out that sheen, but that ain't how I gonna use it. But sometimes you gotta follow and be obedient, but I do my own thing. So now I'm going to go over this blush with some highlighter, and I'm using the same Jaclyn Hill highlighter in the shade Go for Gold, and I'm just gonna, whoa, woohoo! I'm just putting it at the edge there, huh? This is definitely golden. Wow, I was not planning for that. But some of that Sephora powder should be able to take down some of this gold a notch, hopefully. All right, there we go. So now we're going to go in with the Sephora Microsmooth multitasking baking face powder. And I'm going to go in with my brush, the powder brush, and I'm just going to put some all over. This kind of has like a smell to it. It smells like product, nothing perfumey, or it does smell perfumey. I don't know, it does seem to have a smell. All right. It's looking good. This is definitely finely milled. It said this versatile face powder provides buildable coverage and a naturally radiant finish that looks like skin. Wear alone for breathable coverage or pair with complexion products to finish, set, brighten, contour, or bronze. Okay, okay. Who would have thunk? Oh, okay, this is versatile for real. No wonder they say it's a multitasking powder. Let's do the lips now, and I'm going to be using this lip liner by Jaclyn Hill. This is in the shade Bold Brew. Now I'm going to go in with my lipstick, liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Be Bold. I think I'll go in with Gratitude. There we go. It's just the perfect nude. Now I'm going to finish off this look with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Okay, so overall, my thoughts on these products are great. I love the boldness but subtlety of the Patrick Tar blush and the cream, and it shows that the product can go on with cream first and then set it with a blush. It definitely did not remove any of the makeup products from my face. The products went down great and really has a nice subtle punch to it, and I love the color. It looks great on my brown skin. I also think with the Beauty Blender I had put on too much powder on the fuzzy part. What do you call this? Oh wow, look at that. There's still powder coming out of that. Well, now I know there's still powder in here. So basically I had taken up too much powder. Ooh. I had taken up too much powder with the Power Pocket with this Beauty Blender, and so it resulted in cracking under my eyes, or making my under eyes seem very dry and cracked and wrinkly. So the next time I try this, I will definitely use less powder to set my under eyes. The skin foundation is beautiful. I am gonna stock up on this. I can't believe such a natural, beautiful finish. I mean, this matches my complexion to a T, right? You can see my shoulders, everything is just matched really well, and this product goes on thick, but then it just blends out naturally. It's buildable and it's matte, but it also has some sort of luminosity to it. Like it just gives your face a healthy glow, and not just glowy, or it doesn't give you oily vibes. It's just natural and it gives you healthy skin vibes. So the translucent setting powder went on pretty fine. I'm not seeing any creases or any areas to dab in my nose area, and so I'm definitely gonna be using this powder to set my under eye more often. It looks very flawless, and the Microsmooth powder was just finely milled. My face just looks so flawless. It works well with the setting spray, in that sometimes the setting spray that I use by Charlotte Tilbury, it can come across very oily looking. It's giving you a glow, but it can come across as if it's oily. But using the setting spray on top of this Microsmooth powder, it just gives it a nice matte finish, but then you have radiance in just certain highlighted areas, and I like that. So I give all these products that I've tried today a 10 out of 10, and I'm looking forward to using these products and looking more beautiful and more flawless. So that's it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed watching me try out these new products. Well, they're new to me, and if you feel that someone will be inspired by this video, then feel free to share it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. And thank you so much for watching. Until then, walk good.